Alright guys, I'm just gonna make a video before it gets too dark here. It's getting a little dark. I think it might rain, which is kind of nice. But anywho, going off my other video, no matter where I go, I always have haters. Okay, at least one. And I don't have to do anything. Okay, honestly, I don't have to do anything, and I don't. I just have to be me. Okay, and so fast forward, I get down here to where I'm at and stay with my aunt for the allotted amount of time, which is a couple weeks, right? So I did that, and then I moved, and it wasn't like the day after or 2 days after. It wasn't very long, and all of a sudden, the property manager was getting shitty calls from the other residents saying that I was living there. I'm like, no, I'm not living there, and it still persists that I'm living there. And so I'm not living there. I go and visit for the day, on a few days out of the week, and I hang out for the day. I help my aunt and I help some other people, and then I leave. I don't sleep there. I don't get my mail there. I don't live there. Okay. But it's crazy. So it started even before I left, and this old geezer, we'll call him Hemorrhoid. That's his new nickname, Hemorrhoid, because he came up to me and just out of the blue, he said, "You've been smoking drugs?" No, I'm sober. And are you sure about that? I was like, yeah, I'm sure I'm sober. Come on now. So a couple days later, he tried the same bullshit with me. And I said, I resent that. I said, we were talking, I don't drink, I don't smoke drugs. I don't do drugs, I don't drink. I smoke cigarettes like a broken stove, but I go down to the corner off the property where I'm supposed to go. Now, it's starting to get annoying to me because they're still saying that I'm living there. So you see how it went from he's smoking drugs to I'm living there. So he's just prejudiced on me or something. He doesn't like me. But what's fucked up is that I haven't done anything wrong. Okay, I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm not out to harm person or property. I'm only there to help people out. If you don't like me, that's too bad, but it's just so annoying when I'm just being who I am, and I get these people, bum rushing me, getting on my case about shit. It's so annoying, but I know who I am. I know I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not even doing anything morally wrong. So, but it's still. You still can't help but let it get you a little down, It's like, it's not that I want them to like me, because I don't care. I don't care if people like me or not, because they're always going to people are people, and those kind of shitty people are going to always find a way to not like you no matter what, right? But it'll switch to something else, okay? Because they couldn't get me on, and I'm not doing drugs, so they can't get, but then I missed an opportunity to tell them that. I was like, well, if you think I'm doing drugs, if smoking drugs or whatever, you should call the police. So I'm doing something illegal, then you probably want to call the police. But it's funny because it's like, I guess he supposedly could smell them, but he didn't see me. But here's the thing. Obviously, he thought I was doing it near the building. I'm not stupid. If I was going to be doing shit like that, I wouldn't do it next to the fucking building anyway. But and like I told my aunt, in the lease, is like if I was so inclined to even drink, I wouldn't show up around there. I respect my aunt and her friends enough to not show up inebriated, drunk, or doing drugs on that property. It's not going to happen. Besides, I'm solid in my sobriety, and I have no inclination to be doing that shit. I like to be clear-headed right now, and I like who I am, so it's not going to happen. But anyway, so we move forward. I'm sure they'll still pop up. We got a few people say, he's living here. I'm not living there. Someone asked me that yesterday, too. Are you living here? No, I'm not. Oh, my God, I'm not living here. I wish it was that easy for me to get a place to live. That'd be great. Anywho, haters be hating, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and just ignore them the best I can, But, yeah, but that's all I had.